So you only have 2 days in Paris and you're on a budget and it's your first time? Well, stay tuned. I'm going to give you guys my itinerary for a great time in Paris, and you won't miss any of the attractions. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Elizabeth and this is Pedaling Forward 365. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that little bell icon so you stay notified every time I put out a new video. So maybe you have a layover in Paris, or you're just going for a couple days on holiday before you go to another city and you've never been, and you're on a budget. Well, today I'm going to give you my itinerary on how to see Paris on a budget and not miss any of the attractions. So depending on where you're staying, I like to stay at a hostel that is in the 10th arrondissement. And Paris is a giant snail when you look at a map, and so each little section of Paris is a number, and which is also very close to the little area of Montmartre, which is where Sacré-Cœur is. And it is a beautiful cathedral. I will be posting photos all throughout this video of all the attractions you're gonna see on this itinerary. So, day one, wake up fairly early, and if you are staying in the 10th or you're gonna be hitting up Montmartre first, I would recommend going to this nice little boulangerie, which Anthony Bourdain recommended, and so I went the first time I was in Paris, and it is amazing and it is fairly inexpensive. Once you get up to Sacré-Cœur in the morning, it overlooks the entire city and it is gorgeous views on a clear day. So tour around the cathedral and then get lost on the sidewalks in Montmartre. And in the morning, the artists are just setting up, which is great. And then there is old windmills still, and it's also where Moulin Rouge is. So once you have spent maybe an hour or so touring around Montmartre, jump on the metro and head down to the Latin district. Now, there are tons of free walking tours. I usually do the Sandaman's walking tour, and again, I'll put a link below in the comments. Now, the walking tour starts in the Latin district and then will go more towards the southern part of city center. So it will cover the Louvre and some of the gardens, and then talk about the history of Paris. It is now noon, and this is a great time to grab some lunch. If you are looking to eat after the walking tour, some of the restaurants would be a little pricey because it is near the Louvre. So you could easily walk back to the Latin district, which has a ton of great little cafes and coffee shops, and grab something to eat there. Or there are so many like quick grab and go crepe places, and I recommend eat as many crepes as you can in life. It's really, you just should. So grab some lunch, and then if you are going to go to the Eiffel Tower from the walking tour, it is about an hour walk from the Louvre to the Eiffel Tower. So if you're up for it and it's a beautiful day, I definitely recommend it. You can walk all along the Seine River. Otherwise, there you can rent the little like electric scooters and ride those up the Seine to the Eiffel Tower, or you can catch the metro. So depending on how much time you want to spend to that. Once you get to the Eiffel Tower. If you want to go up to the top, you get a glass of champagne, overlooks the whole city. It's about 25 euros. Now, I've never actually done this because I just don't really feel the need to. I think the Eiffel Tower is beautiful looking from the bottom. And another great thing too, if you grab a crepe while by the Louvre and you walk for the next hour, you might be a little hungry. So what's great is there are tons of bread and cheese shops, or even just little grocery stores. Run in, grab some bread, a bottle of wine, and some cheese, and make yourself a little picnic in front of the Eiffel Tower. And yes, you can drink in public. So take all the amazing photos that you need to. And there is a giant lawn in front of the Eiffel Tower. Now, if you want all of those iconic photos, like this one, where you're looking at touching the top of the Eiffel Tower, if you go onto the other side, you cross the street, there's a bunch of steps, and that's where you get all of those iconic photos of people pretending, like me, to touch the top of the Eiffel Tower. Now, at night, there are boat tours. They go all day, but the ones at night do go by the Eiffel Tower, and at night the Eiffel Tower sparkles and lights up, which is quite pretty. Now, I did, the first time I was in Paris, a bike and boat tour, which was great. We rode around on bikes, then we stopped at the Eiffel Tower and took the boat tour. And it wasn't that expensive. It was maybe, I think, 20 euros to do that. And I found that quite satisfying. You got some history, ride around on bikes at night with people, and then got to sit on the boats at night and see the whole city lit up. So I definitely recommend doing one of the boat tours. And if you do it towards, the later side of evening, so maybe sunset or just after, you can get beautiful views of the city, plus you see the Eiffel Tower light up. Now, from the Eiffel Tower, there you can walk to, it's this. I can't think of the name right now. I'm sorry. But to get there, it's a pretty quick walk. If you don't want to walk and your legs are just tired, you can take a metro. Now, the first time I went to Paris, I took all the photos and I was like, how is everybody getting to the middle of it? There is an underground tunnel that goes underneath the 8-car roundabout, which if you want to see some crazy driving, that is a great place for it, because it's an 8-lane roundabout without any lane markers. Now, once you get to the middle, you can take awesome photos, and if you want, you can go up to the top. I think to go to the top is 14 euros. Now, I didn't spend a ton of time here, and I didn't spend a ton of time at the Eiffel Tower. I took the photos, I saw it, it was great. Now, another place, if you're interested, that is free to go to is Père Lachaise. Now, Père Lachaise is a cemetery, and you're probably thinking that's a little morbid. It's not. There are quite a few famous people buried in Père Lachaise, and I did it on this trip. It's a beautiful cemetery just to go look and walk around at some of the tombstones is amazing, because they date back so long ago. I mean, there's tombs that are from the 1700s there. But Jim Morrison is buried there. Also Oscar Wilde, along with a lot of other famous French artists and actors and stuff like that. So day one, you've now seen pretty much all the big sights to see. and we have day 2 to still go. So here are my recommendations for day 2.